Today we're going to try to figure out why the front wheel of my 2000 CBR is a little tighter. I didn't notice this before, but if any of you have seen my previous video about putting on the rim strips, the stickers out there, that's when I figured out that the front wheel is a little tighter when I rotate it with my hand. I did change my tires recently. I put in Michelin Pilot Powers. After a long time got rid of the stock tires and then put on the Michelin Pilot Powers. Anyway, after that I put it back on. I thought everything was just fine. I guess I didn't do a final check after that. But when I was putting up the rim strips, I found out that there is something that is holding it back. You can see it right now. It's a little harder. It's not too bad. I did take out the bike after that. Anyway, that's what we're going to try and figure out why that is. The obvious starting point will be the brake calipers. I'm going to take off the brake calipers and make sure that the brake pads are in place. It's not installed crooked or something like that. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Then probably I need to loosen the axle nut. That could be another point where it can stick a little bit. And if both of that fails, I'm in a little bit of a trouble, because I guess then I have to take down the ball bearings and make sure everything is good inside there. But I guess once you take down the ball bearing, it's going to be a big job, basically just to change out the entire bearing and things like that. That probably I need to take into the shop nearby. Anyway, I'm going to start at the brake calipers now. Alright, now that I've removed the left side calipers, I want to make sure it's a little easier. Maybe it is the brake pads. Alright, so I removed the calipers and looking at the brake pads here. These are new brake pads. These are Galfer organic metal or something like that. I bought it at Cycle Gear, and thicker, and it was a little harder to put it on the rotor. But after riding a while, it kind of loosened up a little bit, and I'm happy with it so far. And now that I remove the left calipers, I'm just gonna it's getting a little free now. So it probably was the brake pads. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, remove that and check the brake pads on the other side, and make sure they're all seated properly. I'm going to put this back on. Just hand tightening this now, and a second one up here. Still good. definitely will lose it now. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's pretty straightforward to take it off, just a couple of bolts. I already removed this one out, the other one out. Right, let's go and remove the calipers. This one looks good too. As I said, I installed this not too long ago, so I'm not going to clean it. I already cleaned it once, maybe a couple of months ago, so it's not that dirty anyway. Just making sure these pistons are even. And there's enough gap between the pads. You can see there it is. There's enough gap in between for the rotor. Again, these are Galfer brake pads, organic metal or something like that. Alright, I'm just gonna test it now. That's pretty good. So it was the brake pad, thank goodness. Just gonna position it right. There's enough space between them. Alright. This bolts back on. Let's hand tighten them for now and test it one more time before I tighten these bolts. It's a little loose now, so I guess that's how loose it's going to get. Much looser than what it was. Tighten this a little bit. I guess it's close enough. It might be just that the pads are fairly new and they haven't really broken into yet. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that good enough? Or is it supposed to go around on its own? It's much looser than it was before I took off the brake pads, so it is the brake pads. So anyway, if any of you have experience in this area, just looking at the wheel, is that enough of a rotation? Let me know. Thanks for watching.